Konnichiwa Mina. Hello everybody. In this video, I just want to talk about the skill cards that are going to be coming out in Streets of Battle City. So that's the next box that's going to be coming out for Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duels, which I am so excited, especially as a Speed Duel only player. So yeah, let's talk about the new skill cards we're going to be getting. So the first skill card is Ultimate Wizardry. So this is a Yugi skill. When you activate this skill, place up to one spell counter on each face-up spellcaster monster you control that you can place a spell counter on. Once per turn during your main phase, you can place one spell counter on a face-up spellcaster monster you control that can place a spell counter on. So this skill card is pretty good if you're using spell counters, so that's cool. So the next one is, hold on, let me find it. Here we go. So the next one is Iron Grit. This is a Joey skill. Gear free the Iron Knights, so plural, you control are unaffected by card effects. So pretty good, which I think the regular Gear Freed already has that ability. So I'm guessing we're going to be getting like multiple versions of Gear Freed. So that's cool. So the next one is Whale of Tail. So this is a Mako Tsunami skill. Discard one card from your hand and add a Fortress Whale or Fortress Whale's Oath from the deck to your hand. Fortress Whale monsters you control gain the following effect. Your opponent cannot target face-up water monsters you control with spell or trap cards or effects. So very, very good skill card if you have Fortress Whale, like if you're building like a Fortress Whale kind of deck. This skill card will help you out a lot. So that's really cool. I do like Fortress Whale. So next one is Insect Infestation. So I heard this was really broken in Speed Duels. So this is a Weevil Underwood skill card. So obviously parasites, bugs and stuff. Parasites on your field cannot be tributed. If all monsters on your field are insect monsters, level 7 or higher, insect monsters you control can attack directly once per duel. So this skill is going to be insane because anytime you get a skill card that says once per duel, it's usually pretty good. You can discard one card, then place one parasite from your GY on the top of your opponent's deck face up. Treat it as if it were added to their deck by its effect. So really, really good card. Especially for it being once per duel. So like I said before, if a skill card has a once per duel effect, pretty good skill card. Because that would be broken. Then we have Intel of the Cosmos, which is an Esperoba skill. Your opponent must reveal all cards they draw during their draw phase. So far, this card is definitely my favorite so far. Just every single turn when your opponent draws a card, you get to look at the card that they drew. Every single turn. That is awesome. So kind of like Mind Scan for Pegasus. So that's quite interesting. So we have Stalked by the Rare Hunters, which is a Rare Hunter skill. Once per duel, so this is going to be a really devastating effect. During your end phase, discard one card, then choose one monster in your opponent's GY that was destroyed and sent there this turn. Set this on your field. Really cool. So the next one is, now you can see them. So this is a Arcana skill. Once per duel, if you have 2 or more Dark Magicians, which is so cool. See, this is why I love speed duel format, because vanilla monsters can be very, very useful depending on, the skill card. So this one, for example, if you have 2 or more Dark Magicians in your hand, reveal your hand and place any number of Dark Magicians from your hand on the bottom of the decks. Then draw based on how many that are placed. So 1 is 1 card, 1 is 1 card, 2 is 3 cards, and 3 is 5 cards. So you can draw up to 5 cards with this skill, which is pretty obvious why it's once per duel, because drawing 5 cards, that's insane in Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's why Graceful Charity is banned, and that's why Pot of Greed is banned, because drawing cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Can be very powerful. We have Slimy Slimes. So Strings skill. Once per turn during your main phase, you can destroy 1 jam breeding machine you control and 1 spell and trap card your opponent controls. Once per turn during your standby phase, if you special summoned Revival Jam by its own effect this turn, draw 3 cards. Pretty good. Drawing cards is nice in Yu-Gi-Oh! So, next card is the Dragon Hunting Swordsman. That is a Yugi skill. Once per duel, you can discard 1 card, then fusion summon 1 fusion monster that mentions Buster Blade, using monsters from your hand or field as material. While the only monster you control is Buster Blader or a fusion monster that mentions it, monsters in your opponent's GY become dragons. So you can do this with Dark Paladin, so it makes it easier to fusion summon Dark Paladin, which is cool. Next card is Heart of Warrior, which is a Joey skill. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card, then special summon 1 level 5 or lower warrior non-effect fusion monster from your extra deck. This is treated as a fusion summon. You cannot normal summon or set the turn you activate this skill. So I guess you can fusion summon Thousand Dragon with this card. Is it a warrior? I have no idea, but good skill card. Alright. Let's see. Sorry guys, I lost track. So the next card is Bountiful Ocean, which is a Mako Tsunami skill. While Umi is face up on the field, applying the following. Non-effect water monsters you control are unaffected by non-water monster effects. Once per turn, you can add 1 water monster from your graveyard to your hand, but for the rest of this turn, you cannot activate cards or effects until you normal summon that monster or a card with its name. So, pretty good. We get more water support, which is nice. I do love water decks, so really awesome. Then we have My Precious Queen, which is a Weevil skill. You can normal summon level 7 insect monsters for a less tribute. Once per turn, during the end phase, you can special summon 1 insect monster token. This token cannot be tributed except for the tributed summon of an insect monster of their names. you contribute one insect monster from your hand instead when attacking with insect queen monsters you control. So that's cool. So it makes insect queen more playable. Now we have the Machine Menace. So an Esperoba skill. Once per duel, if your opponent controls a face-up trap, tribute one machine or psychic type monster you control, then special summon one Jinzo from your hand or graveyard. So pretty good. You can get your Jinzo out easier, which Jinzo by itself is a really good card. Cannot be affected by trap cards, I believe. So that's cool. For the Jinzo fans out there, which I do like Jinzo. Really cool card. So the next card is Collector. This is a rare hunter skill. Once per duel, if your opponent controls a monster, discard 2 cards with different card names, monster, spell, or trap, then add 1 card from your deck to your hand of the third type. Okay, so it allows you to get different things. Yeah, so cool. A Terrible Fate, which is an Arcana skill. Once per duel, during your end phase, tribute 1 face-up spellcaster monster you control, then your opponent destroys 1 card they control or sends 1 card from their hand to the graveyard of their choice. Then we have Slimy Deposition? Yeah, so this is a string skill. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 humanoid slime or 1 worm drake from your graveyard in attack position, but it cannot be tributed except for the tribute summon of a divine beast monster, like Slifer. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card, then fusion summon 1 humanoid worm drake using either worm drake or humanoid slime from the field as one of the fusion materials, and the other material goes back to your deck. That's an interesting skill. Miraculous Motivation. So another joy skill. Once per duel, if your opponent controls 3 monsters, discard 1 card. Then destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Also, for the rest of this turn, any damage your opponent takes is halved. Cool. Gotta love Joey. Then this is probably one of my favorites, just like title-wise. Kaiba Corp Research. And of course, like it says in the title, Kaiba skill. Once per duel, shuffle 1 monster from your graveyard to the main deck. Then send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. During your next draw phase, draw 2 cards instead of 1. Very, very good skill. Amazing. That's why it's once per duel. And it's Kaiba, you know? So he has to have the awesome skills, right? Because, yeah, like I was like, I'm Team Kaiba all the way. Team Kaiba. Sorry, Yugi. Battle City Siren. So this is a My skill. I think this is the first My skill that we have in this box. Once per turn during your main phase, you can change the battle position of 1 monster your opponent controls. This turn, the first attack you declare must target that monster. This skill can only be used twice per duel. So it's semi-good, I guess. And then the last card that we have here is Premature Material. This is a Bones skill. Yes, Bones gets another skill card, which is cool. Once per duel, lose 800 life points and reveal 1 fusion monster in your extra deck, then special summon 1 normal monster from your graveyard whose name is mentioned on that fusion monster as material, but its attack and defense becomes 0. So typical Bones stuff. Yeah, more zombie support, which is cool. So yeah, guys, those are all the skill cards in the Streets of Battle City box. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Yeah, I'm definitely really excited for this box. I'm always excited for new skill cards to change up, you know the meta and just gameplay in general. So this is why I love speed duels so much. So yeah, I highly recommend that you guys get into speed duels if you have not already. Like, it's a great format. Like, especially if you're a Yu-Gi boomer like me, and you just enjoy old school Yu-Gi-Oh, I highly recommend that you give speed duels a shot. It is a lot of fun, and I do love the skill card mechanic because it makes things a little bit interesting. It makes your deck different from somebody else's deck. Like, even if you play the exact same deck as somebody else, like, if your skill cards are different, your deck is going to play a little bit different, and that's really cool. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duels down below. And also, what is your favorite skill card from Streets of Battle City? I would say probably my favorite skill card is the one where every time your opponent draws a card for their turn, you get to look at the card that they drew for the turn. I really like that skill card a lot. So yeah, guys, I will see y'all next time. Matane!